everyone to this week's Colorscope. Having a giggle. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. And this week I have a very special guest from England, Tiffany Crosara. Hi, Tiffany.
Hello. Very nice to meet you.
We're all giggly already. So Tiffany's website is transcendentaltemple.co.uk. Tiffany is an author. She's a tarot expert. We were talking about this. And she has a gift to give away when you sign up for her newsletter. So do sign up for her newsletter on transcendentaltemple.co.uk. And you get the gift of learning about your numbers and your soul path and your energy all through the tarot and through the major arcana. So do take advantage of that. So we've chosen 3 colors. Use your intuition to select one of the colors, and if it feels right, you could select past, present and future from those 3 colors as well. So the colors are sparkly turquoise, moss green or jet black. Sparkly turquoise, moss green or jet black. All right then, so we're going to start with sparkly turquoise. So, again, if you look at Tiffany, let's call you Stephanie there. If you look at Tiffany, she's got this turquoise top on and it's got sparkles in it. She's got turquoise behind her and she's got gold sparkles in her turquoise top. Turquoise and gold are energies of open sesame. It's like something opening up for you because you've got the magic words. So it's almost like at this moment, you know that there's a new door opening up and you know how to open it up. You just have to say the magic words. And sometimes the magic word is just, yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm available. And to let go of your fear. Turquoise is a color that sometimes makes you fear rejection, but it also gives you the power to be confident. It gives you the power to communicate, and it gives you the power to step out into the limelight and say, okay, so I'm different, but that's okay. Who cares? I'll just be me. And so that turquoise energy is something new opening up for you, and it could be a new door just into you being confident. So go with that. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to Tiffany.
That was amazing. It made so much sense because when I bought this poncho, that's exactly what happened. I knew. Okay. Well, it kind of ties in with everything you were saying, Elizabeth, because this one here, the Hanged Man, if we can see it,
look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow.
Yes, and it's got this very gold energy as well, and it feels as if it's something that wants to be birthed, or it's something that wants to come through. It's so very much like you were saying, the identity to be who you are. This feels like maybe the beginning lessons of turquoise, where we're so hung up still on control or wanting things certain ways that we can't quite get there. This is the beginning of the journey. But as we go through the lesson of turquoise, what we have here is temperance. So you can see those wings spreading and that freedom coming in. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting this amazing kind of gust of expansive energy. It feels very Jupiter, actually. So it feels as if there's this real rising up and this real clearing and this real feeling of, yes, I can go anywhere, I can do anything is possible. I can fly, basically. So it's a bit trippy like that. We have the Queen of Wands here as well.
Oh, wow.
So yes, really then harnessing that power. So it feels like it's a bit of a tricky journey in some ways. First we're hung up, then maybe we get too free. So there's that journey of trying to let go and the balancing of letting go, which is not always easy. Sometimes we can just spread ourselves too thinly, and then there's a sense of really learning about that journey, the Queen of Wands, and we're harnessing our energy and we're harnessing our will, and we're becoming very, 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 very conscious really in that journey. There's this real sense of now I know who I am. Like you were just saying, I can be me and I can use that power, you know, creatively, and shine my light out into the world and become a teacher, because that's what temperance is, and that's what the hangman is the mystic. So we've got the mystic, creative, teacher energy going on there as well, very much like you said. So it's great just to see this confirmation going on. That's what I love about the tarot, that it just confirms, really, you know, which is fantastic.
That's great. I love the Queen of Wands, because she was a dark-haired woman with a panther by her side. And then as she changed, she became a red-headed woman with a leopard by her side. And then as she changed again, she pinched his spots so she could remember the dark places she came from. And she turned into a golden-haired woman with a lion by her side.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it's that different layers of change and just remembering that coming into your power. Perfect.
Wow. And again, that feels quite pertinent to me, because Queen of Wands is my card because I'm a Leo. So turquoise panther.
Watch for future episodes of Mystic turning into a leopard.
Me seeing her spots. I from the dark places.
Okay, so great. So now we're on to moss green. Wow, what we're going to get for moss green. I was walking up the stairs, and we have these balls, kind of mossy balls, and I was thinking to myself, oh, that would be a great colour, wouldn't it? And then of course Tiffany said, how about we use green? And we were trying to decide on a different kind of green, and then Tiffany said, how about moss green? And then in my head it was like, oh, I just saw that. I just saw the balls coming up the stairs, you know? And so I feel like the green energy is saying to you there are coincidences around you that are not really coincidences. And, you know, when you go with your heart, what tends to happen is you get more coincidences. And these coincidences are saying you are on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. You're heading towards something which your heart wants you to go towards. It's drawing you to it. It's magnetizing that path for you. So with moss green, you know, when you think of rocks, they're covered often with that moss green. I think of them as really magical. And I have this feeling with the green that it's almost like there's something right in front of you, and it's not that it's going to open up. It's almost like you're going to suddenly recognize it. You're going to suddenly see it. So it's almost like you've been looking for your keys, and then suddenly they're there in front of you and you couldn't find it. But now you're going to see it. So with that green energy, your heart is like a vibration. It's like all those vibrations are coming together, and your heart energy and this path and this direction and what you want, it's all coming together at the same time. And it's almost like one big massive coincidence, but it's not. It's because suddenly you are vibrating and resonating with everything you need to. And if you find that it's all lost, it's okay, because you've been there and you'll be able to get there again. Right. Fairies are in that, aren't they?
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. There's a real ancient feeling going on to this. The first card that we picked was the Six of Cups, and it felt to me like there was moss in the cups, and it was like saying, here is the stuff that we've been maturing for you for a very, very, very long time. It feels like we're talking about ancient connections here, as well as hard work going into actually paying off. So there's a sense of reaping, you know, everything that's gone before, and there's a very ancestral feel going on to this as well. So it's not just your work, but it's your ancestral line and your karmic line. So there's a sense here of, you know, things growing and little drops of things over a long period of time, making big things that can actually really help the generations to come. So in that sense, we've got an ecological energy going on with this, as well as an ancestral healing energy going on. Now, we've also got here the Emperor, which is quite interesting because, you know, when we look at the Emperor is everything masculine, and, you know, it is the father that we tend to bring, like, their name, don't we, down the ancestral line. So again, we've got that very strong energy of inheritance, generations, and, you know, how that actually affects our lives, and that we really must see that what our actions do, even the smallest deeds, can turn into the most beautiful domino ripple effects that last for absolutely generations to come. So it's very important, even if you feel as if your karmic cup, for instance, or what you've inherited down your ancestral line is not what you would have wanted. There seems to be something here about remembering that the is now, you know, the change is in the now, and it's all about being able to actually say, well, I'm going to take this cup, thank you very much for giving me this cup, and I'm going to make my own cup, you know, and it's going to spill forth and make lots more cups. And, you know, I feel I have the right to change whatever is in this cup that doesn't resonate with me, because that's what it's being given to me for. So, very powerful ancient energy there going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that kind of mossy green, it definitely links with the past, doesn't it? And yeah,
yes.
And do your own thing. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, then, so now we've got jet black. So, you know, black energy. Black is actually a colour that has all colours in it. It's when you look at the pigments, it has all the colours in it, and that's what creates the black. And I often find that people that wear black are the most sensitive. They don't want to be seen all the time. They're hiding a little bit, but they're picking all kinds of stuff up. And that's often why you'll find that black stones will be protectors. So I've got some black tourmaline here, and this is a protection stone. So when you wear tourmaline, when you have that black tourmaline with you, it's a protector energy. I was talking to Tiffany about some of the black things, and black was the only colour that was coming up, and of course it links with her cat and it links with our cat, and we've been watching this show about crows and ravens, and I was showing her my picture here. I created this Merlin which has this beautiful raven and crow kind of energy on him as well. So I feel that you are protecting yourself at this moment, that you're just going into the shadow, you're just going into the dark, you're just putting something around yourself to protect yourself. But it's not because there's something wrong or something bad. It's almost like, you know, I'm looking at a stage, I see the stage and the curtains are closed. It's almost like you're getting ready to open the curtains and to do a reveal, to show something, to say, again, like it's a whole theme of this, of, okay, this is what I've created, this is who I am, and this is where I am. But you'll also have that protection energy as well, so you can pull the curtains back, you can pull that black back, you can protect yourself from anything and everyone around you. So you can just reveal to those people and those beings that will accept you, that want to see that light, that want to see what you have. And you can always hide, you can always put that dark energy around you to protect yourself, so you don't have to be in fear. I always put a black cat suit over me when I really want to protect myself, and I imagine zips going up all around me so that I'm completely protected. So it doesn't matter where I am, and I feel lots of tingles on my head right now with spirit. It doesn't matter where I am, I'm always protected, but I'm also available as well. And that black cat suit, energy bounces off it. So, you know, whatever is going on in your life, if you find that somebody's being nasty to you or saying bad things to you, or there's some bad thing going on around you, you can put that cloak around you and it will protect you. You can stay as the light, you can be the light, and you can also protect yourself as well. But I feel that there's a lot more to it than that. There's something very exciting in that energy too. I get lots of tickles on my head when spirit are around, and it's like I've got nits or something, but I haven't. All right then. So I'm going to hand you over to Tiffany and see how many cards we get this time.
Okay, we have got 2 Osho Zen cards, and we finished with a Tarot of Dreams card. So that feels like that was the way it was meant to be. But these are very powerful cards. This one here, Beyond Illusion, is what we've started with. So it seems to be saying that when we go into the dark, a lot of people are scared about going into the dark because they want to keep their illusions. And they don't realise that actually their illusions are what is keeping them weak. And there is a sense here of, if we can just be strong enough to dive into the dark. Like the dark night of the soul is something in society that we are trained to avoid, or shorten, or take pills to stay on the outside and not go deep down. And it's something that is feared, but actually the dark night of the soul does this. It rips away illusions. And Beyond Illusion is actually the Judgment card in the tarot. So what this is, huge karmic clearing. It's about as big as you can get in terms of clearing. And when you've actually gone into that and done that, then again, it's like what we started with the turquoise, that sense of opening up, that sense of freedom, and the things that can happen. Just it's like the biggest energy for opportunity, the biggest energy for change, and the biggest energy for transformation and evolution, and it's fast as well, so it's powerful. There's nothing here about, it's like, in a way, we maybe prolong the dark night of the soul by just trying to skip around it, and if we just dive headfirst into it, it's amazing, how we can come through. And the next cards actually show that too. We possibilities here.
Wow.
Which is, and that is the 2 of Wands in the tarot. So that is saying, you rip away your illusions, and actually you get to see how many possibilities you actually have. So your illusions are actually keeping a narrow, fixed point of view. And, it's just about, we feel like we're going to lose so much if we're ripped away from those things, when actually we gain reality. And it's only when we really get grounded enough to gain reality that those things actually start to become real. They actually start to manifest. Our opportunities, our possibilities, and the power of ourselves comes to the forefront, which is basically how we end here with the Chariot card. And as you can see, he's just like forward, rushing forward. So it's all this power, all this karmic cleansing, everything being completely unleashed by being brave enough. Because the Chariot is very much someone that doesn't actually feel brave enough, but is on the journey anyway. It's that feel the fear and do it anyway card. And as you do, it's amazing what can manifest.
That was lovely. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for your joy and your presence and all the information. And you can see how much Tiffany has to share, about the cards. And a lot of that information doesn't come from the cards. It comes from Tiffany's own soul that links in with the meanings and the energy of those cards, and your energy as well. So do check her out on transcendentaltemple.co.uk. And is there anything you want to share with our audience, like an inspirational message?
As I'm talking, there's 2 blackbirds that have just landed on the roof opposite. And I live in Cornwall at this moment in time. I live in Cornwall. And as you were talking about the mossy stones, that was really something that was coming through. It feels to me as if there is a sense of old age wisdom wanting to come in through the ground and through the sky. So it basically seems to be saying not to be afraid to dive deep and not be afraid to go high as well, which is quite interesting, because I did come across a quote this morning about a mermaid, and it said, I must be a mermaid because I have a love of diving deep and a fear of shallow living.
Oh, lovely. That's lovely.
But I think we can rise high and see that doesn't have to be shallow, because we've got the air, and that is huge. And through the whole reading, it's been very much that path, hasn't it? Diving deep through the dark or the black, and becoming very clear and open and wide to be who we really truly are in our free essence. So that ties in, I think, quite nicely.
It does. It's perfect. Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for being with us. And thank you to everyone for being with us as well. And do join us again next week. And lots of love and coloricious blessings to you. Bye.